to be a white man in America. I mean, it's just like to be a white man in America means you have no accountability.
Yeah.
There's nothing you have to be accountable for. Even like you said, Biden gave his
I just got told that this weekend, so I'm sorry.
You're a white man?
No.
he's about being accountable.
No, I have zero accountability.
So I'm saying, like, I think
we should sit there. I think we should.
No. We're not gonna.
There's the door, Miracle.
We're not gonna sit there.
There's the door.
We can say that for brunch with a black man, Miracle. Your interview part 2. Because I mean, again, like Trump clearly committed all of these crimes, had all of these felonies, and he's president, right? Here's Elon Musk. I mean, Elon Musk, somebody that like has a history of supporting like neo-Nazis. I mean, right now it's a far-right party in Germany that he's supporting. He has a history of uplifting these white supremacist Nazi accounts on social media. He was telling people, yo, hey, here's a podcast with a Holocaust denier. Everybody should go listen to this. And literally does, right. This is Elon Musk. I mean, and not only that.
But do you expect anything less from someone?
Hold on. Not only that, his father said that his mother's family were part of the Nazi party. His father said this. So then he goes up and does a Nazi salute, not once, but twice.
He did it twice?
He did it twice.
I only seen him do it the one time.
Yes, he did it twice. And nobody cared. I mean, the ADL came out. The Anti-Defamation League came out and basically said, y'all just cut him some slack. You know, it's a new day. Can't we just all get a, wait, what? But again, he's a white male billionaire. And it's this idea that because he has this money, and because of this power, like everybody has to bow down. So it was sad to me. It's one, I knew the fact that, I mean, he could have yelled Heil Hitler while he did it. And there still would have been no accountability because of the power that they have. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like, you know, I mean, yeah, people will say stuff on Twitter, but who are you going to leave Twitter? Are you going to not buy any more Teslas? Is this going to affect his bottom line? No, because he's in this power position, and he's
insulated.
Right, Trump proved you can say anything as long as you like dissing, marginalize people. You can say anything, do anything. All of these billionaires, man, had to bend the knee to this man.
It's crazy because
it's wild.
This remind me of The Man in the High Castle, right?
I never watched that show.
Oh, basically, it's a historical fiction drama where
if the Nazis
won, and then they have like instead of the stars and stripes, they have the Nazi swastika against the American flag,
right?
And when people they wear like a Nazi uniform, but it's red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
And whenever they go and greet each other, instead of like a salute, they do the Hail Hitler.
Yeah.
Right. And then that's so essentially we've been seeing this on Amazon Prime. Right, we've been seeing, and then there was a novel about it. So now this is just like, is this life imitating art, or is this art imitating life? Like, I don't know which it is, but like, I don't know why anybody's surprised about this.
Here is the opinion editor of the Newsweek. As a person with a strong track record of criticizing Elon Musk, I feel extremely confident asserting this was not a Nazi salute. Elon Musk is a friend to the Jews. This is a man with Asperger's exuberantly throwing his heart to the ground.
Wow.
Okay.
But again, it's like it's almost like we're watching this game where like these are the people in power. So now we gotta bow down to them if we want to stay in power, stay in good graces, and get money. So it was sad to see Snoop go out like that, and to see Nelly, like to see these people that you had respect for and love for, but it's like, oh, it's fascism now.
I have
if you don't bow down, if you don't, you know what I'm saying, if you don't cower to these powerful people, you get banned from social media, possibly, right? And it's like you can be thrown in jail. Your finances could be threatened. And this is where we're at right now. So it'll be interesting to see. It's almost like now we're going to see who's really about that.
You know, my only response to this is, where is Luigi when you need him?
Again.
They locked that nigga up,
they locked him up. They locked him up. But again, will we see? Because remember, who just hit the streets? 1,500 people.
The January 6th.
That
the J-Day heroes.
The Capitol beat up cops,
Killed one.
right? And with all types of white supremacy, they back on Proud Boys leader back on the streets. Oath Keeper leader back on the streets. But again, I feel like in this moment, it's like who has the resolve?
Trump really came out like Jamie Lannister, or Tywin Lannister. A Lannister always pays his debts. He was like, "Yo, stay loyal to me. I got you." And what did he do first day?
And there's another.
The thing that's scary about this.
Yes.
Trump first day was like, "Yo, I'm gonna do everything I told you I'm gonna do."
But it's also makes me think about how the Democrats never do that.
That's what
Democrats be coming in.
It shows you that it's as easy as just having the conversation of just like, I'm going to do it.
We gotta try to
It's just that easy.
Everybody gotta. Oh, we wouldn't want to do that. It might offend this other populist.
Miracle,
other
listen,
side.
for 4 years, Miracle has been saying, if only they would just do it. If only they would just do it.
Like Nike, man.
Like Trump came in and said, hey, listen, that LGBTQIA shit is gone, right? Affirmative, all that, gone. January 6 people, pardon, they out, right? Yeah. He told you what he was going to do on the campaign trail for how long? He said, first day when I get in there. First day, I'm changing everything. I'm taxing Canada. I'm taxing Mexico.
Not first day out, but first day in, right?
First day in.
No, well, he didn't do the tariffs.
He didn't do the tariffs. He said February 1st he was going to start implementing the tariffs.
He didn't do the tariffs.
Yeah. He said 25%.
The price of eggs are even higher. If that was why you voted, sucks for you. But he's trying to end birthright citizenship.
Right, and
he's saying ICE is about to start getting busy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Overlooking
today.
Yeah, today. ICE raids are supposed to happen today.
Miracle.
Any of us safe?
Miracle.
The first
Where do we go from here?
Anti-trans bill that has passed in over a decade was signed by Biden last month.
Wow.
So this,
and you also had a lot of these Democratic senators sign this Lincoln Right, including Reverend Ralph Warnock.
Yeah, man.
Because here's the thing, my problem is, like how Beyonce was like, she's the hardest person in the room. I am tired of Summer Lee being the only person who stands on business in Congress.
Come on, man.
I am tired of it always falling down to the women, the black women, the brown women, the impacted women, to be the only people who stand on business and actually fight for other folks.
Right. Well, again, they know, these other Congress people know that when you do that, here comes AIPAC, here comes hundreds of millions of dollars, and you could lose your seat. So a lot of that
doesn't make sense because
a lot of these votes are, I want to keep my seat.
That's ridiculous because when you get into Congress, you have the most money you've ever had. You have the most popularity you ever had. You have lifetime health insurance.
So why are they doing it?
You have lifetime support.
Why would somebody that's a reverend that knows
I'm
that
trying to get there.
Come on, get there.
But you get to that power and you get intoxicated by your ego and you forget the people you're supposed to be fighting for. There is absolutely no reason that Laken Riley bill should have passed without actual immigration reform. And there is even no promise that immigration reform is coming. So what you are saying is that you're going to deploy thousands of ICE agents to go and arrest and to tear up families and to break up homes and to incarcerate people, other than no reason that you will not pass legislation that will actually fix the bill. And again, when you are invested billions of dollars in destroying other countries, you can't sit there and say, well, if we don't want refugees and migrants, we probably got to stop making refugees and migrants. At the end of the day, if you do not want people to seek refuge in the United States of America, then the United States of America needs to stop creating the conditions where people need refuge.
Yes.
We are talking about putting Trump's tariffs on Mexico, on Canada. We're talking Senator from South Carolina was talking about we need to break other people's economies. Well, if we're going to do that, then we have the responsibility to take care of the people that we are harming. If you do not want migrants in your area, stop assassinating leaders, stop trying to do coups, stop trying to disrupt other countries and let other countries exist, and stuff would be fine.
But that's if you actually care about people. Like you said, you started with somebody's ego and position. So it's like you got in this position, you want to stay in this position. You know that if you have a close race and if you vote against this, then they're going to run commercials about how you voted to keep the border open and rah, 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 rah. So again, it's like here are these people really looking at more so about I want to get reelected more so than the harm I could possibly be doing to the least of these that you're in your church preaching every Sunday about. You know what I mean?
You don't have to worry about commercials if you do your job. You don't have to worry about commercials if you stop playing politics with people's lives.
Yeah.
And that is the problem. The Biden tried to push the investment for America. It failed. He didn't push it again, right? You were not out there fighting for this legislation to help people.
Right.
You tried to push the one immigration bill and you didn't do it again because you thought it would be a political talking point to be like, oh, Trump said not to vote for the bill and Republicans didn't vote for the bill. Okay, and what did you do when the bill passed, when the bill failed? You did nothing. That is the problem. Democrats are now like these do-nothing Democrats who literally just take loss after loss after loss, and nobody is inspired by them. Who was going to be out on the front lines fighting? Who was going to be out on the front lines doing...
Us, as usual, right? Us. We're going to be the ones.
You know...
And black people,
correct,
and brown people are going to be the ones doing it.
When we're talking about in this educational electoral system, that is the problem. And people like to say, "Oh my gosh, you know, the ads this, the ads that, the billionaires this." We've beat billionaires before.
Yeah,
Philly just beats billionaires with, you know, fighting for Chinatown.
Texas is mobilizing against billionaires.
It's easy to beat billionaires when you give somebody something to fight for. But when you lay down and be like, okay, well, you know, vote for me or this bad thing is going to happen when bad things are happening, it does not work.
Right.
And we've said that time and time again.
And just for context, in Philadelphia, that was over the arena. That Philadelphia wanted to build this new arena. A lot of the people, particularly the progressive folks, did not want that new arena to be built, and they won. They're not going to build a new arena.
And it's not even just the arena. It's the fact that Mayor Parker was like, in order to do this arena, I'm going to throw all these communities under the bus, right? I'm going to bring in more police. I'm going to try to do stop and frisk. I'm going to do all these things. Right. And then we wonder why these are not good messengers for our communities anymore. And we wonder why when people see certain leaders, they're not inspired and happy and motivated to go out and vote for these folks when these people are doing harm locally. And so it really is going to be 4 years of figuring out what we need as a community and what we are going to fight for as a community. When we talk about gay marriage, we know that Pennsylvania recognizes gay marriage. We know that Pennsylvania recognizes the diversity of gender, right? So locally, we're good. On the federal level, we're not. And that happens because we elected people on the local level to fight for our communities, to stand for our communities. And we are now having people to go back on the local level and push these protections. And that's where it starts. But when we're talking about why Trump is here, we talk about immigration. Biden is the one who closed all these immigration offices for the past 3 years, right? Biden was already putting people in ICE. There were ICE raids happening all the time. There were people who were being threatened to be deported. There were Palestinian protesters who were students who were threatened to be deported. That Biden just let happen and did nothing. And so now when Trump does it, now we're like, oh, we got to fight back.
You mean those protesters at the ADL wanted to put in jail? But then, and I do want to get back because I did want to get you all Trouble and Farouk's take on Elon Musk. The ADL called it an awkward gesture, not a Nazi salute. And then they said that, it seems that in a moment of enthusiasm,
like throwing people with autism under the bus. Kyrie just shared
all he did was share a clip.
Not even a clip.
That dude, they gave him 10 things
to do.
Go to every bakery.
It was going hard. Mad shit. Kyrie, like all these people that they have come out. There was
Could you imagine if Kyrie?
That's a fantastic.
You know how when you when LeBron starts an NBA game, he gets the chalk and like throws the chalk. Could you imagine if Kyrie came on the court and did this whatever Elon Musk the same thing before a game? How that would be taken. But again, and this is I thought was most interesting because Rolling Stones had an article that like if you don't think it's a Nazi salute, guess who actually thought it was a Nazi salute?
Nazis.
Neo-Nazis somebody is one neo-Nazi posted. It said, "I don't care if this was a mistake. I'm going to enjoy the tears over it." Nazis were posting it with smiley face emojis. One Christian nationalist platform said incredible things are already happening.
Wow, incredible.
Yes. And then far-right author Keith Woods, whom the Southern Poverty Law Center has called a self-described ethno-national anti-Semite, shared the clip writing, "Okay, maybe woke really is dead."